Hi guys, and welcome to an Ace Tanker for the Panzer IV Hydrostat. This was another game that was played on the special premium tank Twitch stream to celebrate 500 YouTube subscribers. And again, this was a game played about 9 hours in, and I was feeling really tired, so was not at the top of my game. But it's on El Aloof, it's a tier 5 game, it's a 71%er. And the Hydrostat is another tank I have already reviewed. It doesn't have great hit points, it has more hit points than the Chinokai, but for a tier 5 premium medium tank, it isn't great. Usually tier 5 premium mediums have around 610 hit points. This thing only has 550. And again, as I say, I've reviewed it, and if you want to find out more about the Hydrostat, I do really recommend you check out the review. But it's a fairly solid tank. It's not that much better than the in-game Panzer IV-H. It is better in some ways. It's faster than the PZ-4H, but it does suffer a little bit due to the fact it has far less armor. So got quite lucky there. Su-85 only does some track damage, doesn't actually pen me, but most tanks that shoot at the PZ-4 Hydrostat are going to pen it. The only advantage it has is it is faster. It's more maneuverable, faster traverse speed, really fast turret traverse, but it really does suffer when it comes to armor. Your best defense in this tank is basically not to get hit. Now there are 3 RT on the enemy team, and excuse me, there's a Covenanter on the other side of this mound that is constantly spotting me, so I'm being very cautious. I am very worried about RT. You can hear RT is trying to rain shots in. My RT is trying to hit the Covenanter. So I'm starting off by playing quite cautiously. There's a Matilda and a Crusader that have been spotted down to my left. So the gun is very punchy on this tank. As you can see, no problems going through a Matilda. And I'm wondering if he's just going to sit there. So we'll fire a few more in his general direction. I'm keeping an eye on the mini-map just to make sure the Covenanter doesn't poke the top of the ridge above me. There we go. Blind kill on the Matilda. Decide to go for a couple of blind shots on where the Crusader was last spotted as well. But that one hits dirt. Not sure if he's still around there. Nope, that hit dirt as well. Okay. So I've just been spotted again. There's an M3 Lee that has advanced. And lower tier tanks can penetrate the PZ-4H with no problems, and the M3 Lee is going to have absolutely no problems penning me. So unfortunately I bounce, or I miss him completely, and he puts a shot into me. But he's about to find out the curse of the M3 Lee, so he's reversing back down. But he can't hide, so take him out with 3 shots. But he does manage to pen me. It does do 106 damage. Oh, now there's a Crusader over here. So, aim, fire, set him on fire, and there's kill number 3. So, still a little bit worried about the Covenanter on the other side of this mound, but he hasn't been seen in a while, and there are 2 KV-1, or there's a B-1 and a KV-1 that are annihilating the tanks up to my left, so I decide, you know what, that Chinokai is moving around to deal with the Covenanter. I can pretty much ignore the Covenanter, and I'll go see if I can deal with this KV-1, because I really don't want this Covenanter firing at me from the back while I'm trying to engage the KV-1. Su-85 in the distance, don't know where that shot went. Do manage to pen him. And someone else takes him out. But unfortunately the KV-1 took out our Matilda, and now the Covenanter has taken out the Chinokai, and now I'm in a bad situation. Really thought the Chinokai was going to be able to take out the Covenanter, so I've got a Covenanter behind me, I've got a KV-1 advancing. My plan is to track the KV-1, and we managed to do it. He misses his shot, and all I need to do is pen him, and I bounce. I'm aiming for his weak spot, and I decide, no, actually hang on. That Covenanter is poking. Yeah, I was right. That Covenanter is going to have rear shots, and as you can see, I'm reversing very, very quickly. This tank is maneuverable. Thankfully, our arty took out the KV-1, so now I just have the Covenanter to worry about. I don't realize the KV-1 has been killed, so I think the KV-1's moving down in front of me. And I'm taking hits from that Covenanter, and now I've gotten hammered by arty. And you really, really do not want to get shot by arty. Thankfully, enemy arty misses. Another enemy arty misses. Oh, got so lucky there. 3 arty on the enemy team. Only one of them managed to splash damage me. But I'm down to 186 health. And arty's still raining in. All 3 arty fired at me there. So I'm on 4 kills, almost 1100 damage. And as I say, I am extremely tired while I'm playing this game. Really, really tired. So unfortunately, most of our team are still camping on the ridgeline above me. KV-1 was last spotted over there, so I've only got a tier 3 T-82, I think. Yeah, T-82 and 3 arty up here, but basically this tank has no armor. Anything firing HE will tear me apart. I'm a pretty much one-hit kill for anything on the enemy team now. And I need to be very, very careful. Okay, there's the T-82, and he's looking this way. He is looking this way. Darn. So now I've got to worry about the T-82, I've got to worry about 3 arty, and I'm worried, actually the main thing I'm worried about is if that T-82 is using a derp gun. Because this tank really has next to no armor. Anything firing HE is going to pen and do damage. And I decide, you know what, I've got to get out of here. There are going to be 3 enemy arty aiming at me right now. So I've got a VK moving up. I'm going to wait for the VK. Bloody M41's telling me to go scout. But there we go. I've just spotted arty. But I'm waiting for this VK to move up and support me. Because any of these tanks, if arty hit me, I'm dead. If the T-82 is using a derp gun, I'm dead. So get 1 shot in. And thankfully the AMX fires hits the building. But as you can see, I'm still worried about arty. So I'm on 5 kills, and right now I'm thinking, don't die. I'm not thinking next kill is a top gun. I'm thinking next hit I take, I'm going to die. So KV-1 has been spotted. Okay, T-82 has been spotted. Go for a snapshot and miss. But I've got backup coming from this VK. So again, I want to reverse. I want to get arty safe. And I don't know whether that's enemy arty or whether that's friendly arty trying to hit the T-82. So our VK is engaging the T-82 now. And I take a risk. And we get 1 shot in. And the VK takes him out. So again, I'm being very, very careful, trying to move erratically. Do not want to get hit by enemy arty. And I don't even think I'm thinking about a top gun right now. As I say, all I'm thinking about is not dying to enemy arty. So I'm oh, and I just get tracked in place by the M37. Wasn't sure whether or not they could see me. Fire again, and yeah, didn't get my tracks up in time. Unfortunately, I'd already used my repair kit, and the arties managed to take me out. Really thought my view range was going to be better than that. But anyway, yeah, thankfully our team go on to actually win the game. The VK goes in for a cap. Our KV-1 was botting, and it turned into a victory. So unfortunately, what replays does not allow PZ4 Hydrostat uploads. Yeah, about a year after the tank became available through special offers, it still won't accept replays. So you got to deal with the screenshots here, guys. So as you can see, I picked up an Ace Tanker and high caliber for that particular game. I came top on XP with 1076, did 1600, almost 1700 damage with 5 kills. Fired 28, hit 20, and only managed to pen 18, but the gun is pretty good on this tank. I did fire a few blind shots, nice amount of damage. I spotted 5, damaged 9, destroyed 5, and did 214 assistance damage. So the gun is pretty good, the tank is pretty good. You've just got to be constantly aware you've got 0 armor, and trying to avoid being hit is your best defense in a PZ4 Hydrostat. I earned 33,000 credits with a premium account, so the tank will make you money. 1614 XP on a premium account for the first game of the day on a ×3 bonus, which is nice. Left me on 4,842. So the PZ4 Hydrostat is, to be honest, a fairly average tank. It is not spectacular. It's not a bad tank, but really you do miss that armor sometimes, and I've reviewed the tank and you can get a lot more details about the tank in the review, but my conclusion is that if you're looking for a tier 5 premium medium tank, you'd be better off going for the T25. I think it's a much better premium tank than the Hydrostat is, but that's not to say that you can't have good games in the Hydrostat or that the Hydrostat's a bad tank. I think it's very, very average. It's not bad, but it's not great, and the T25 is better. But you can check all of that out in the review. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.